I have assembled the 3 bodies. Now I've got the 7 plank here. This is one I've done a flatbed before. I've done a 5 plank before, but this is the biggest one I've done, which is the 7 plank. And I'm not going to bother showing you how to join them together. It's literally just a load of these wooden pegs that sit between here. You'd have seen on my previous build video how to join them up. So I've done that one, the flatbed, and I've also done the 5 plank as well, so I get the joining out of the way. So next thing I'm going to do before I get on to the more difficult stuff is all the detailing. So I'm just going to start by putting on the rest of these sort of metal braces, if you like, on the front and the side. And yeah, let's go on with it. Each wagon comes with its own box, so you see the 7 plank, and then there's the 5 and the flatbed. And in there, as you would have seen on my previous video, there's packets now of all the various parts. So this is the sort of detailing part, if you like, and I'm simply just going to fix them where they need to go on here and on the sides along the back there. But yeah, this is step 1. So I'm going to do this on this one. Now I'm going to do it on the flatbed, doesn't have any, but the 5 plank does. And I'll do that on those 2, and then we'll move on to the next step. So that's the first piece done on the front there, and we're then going to move on to pieces along the side, which is going to go square with this one, like so. Let's just do that. So those 2 done. So I'll just finish off the rest of these, and then we'll move on to the ends. That's all right.
Huh? I can't hear you. Oh, this is the one he wants to take a picture. There he is. Here he goes.
So for the ends, it's super simple again. In between where the buffers will go and the coupling hooks, you simply just get these end pieces, place them in the middle, and glue them down. The other extra bit of detailing is these 3 pieces here, braces, which will then go along here and along here as well, as you would have seen on the other 5 plank that I've got. whilst it's upright as well in this position, it's a good opportunity to clean out any rubbish left behind by the 3D printer on the inside of the buffer hole here. Another quick tip I found useful is to use one of these set squares and just put it in like that, and then when I'm gluing it down I can get the edge nice and straight, because obviously over that distance, while you might think it might be straight when you put it on in position like so, but then as soon as you put this on you can actually make sure it's lined up properly. So those two will be done, then I can do the bottom two, finish putting the extra bits on the side here, and then for the detailing work that'll be the 7 plank done, so I've just got to get on with the 5 plank after that. Right, so all that's left to do now on the detailing side, of course, apart from the coupling hooks, buffers and everything, is the little reinforcing pieces along the side here. So again, happy where it is. Blue sits. Any glue marks or anything that appear off the bottom can just be painted over as well. I will be doing the 5 plank detailing on a live stream, probably another live from the garage. So if you do want to come and check that out, just keep your notifications on the channel, and when I go live you'll get notified. And yeah, no point me repeating doing all this again for the 5 planks. We'll do that on stream, as well as the flatbed details as well. But yeah, this is the details needed done for this, and we'll get on to the coupling hooks next. You might have seen on the previous video, same thing as that for the coupling hooks, are very simple to put together. That goes through the hole that you were seeing me filing out previously. This then sits on the outside as the external sort of detailing, if you like. So that will sit on there like so. Spring then on the inside sits behind it, like that. And then this pin will just go through that hole there. So let's get them fixed in. It's much easier to do this turned over, obviously. Just makes getting it all lined up and everything nice and simple. So what I find the best way to do is to put the hook through this exterior detailing, and then I'll put the glue onto that, and then I can push the hook in to make sure the hook has a nice clear path for when it's being hooked together. Don't want too much glue on that, and then all we're going to do is put that through there. Make sure that's square. And then we can just take the coupling hook out like that. And now we'll just let that dry for a couple of seconds. Then all we've got to do, put that back through, put the spring on the end of it, and the pin through the end of that. Like so. And there you have one sprung coupling hook. So if you have been joining me on my live streams, you would have seen I've been building the 5 plank version of what I've got here. So basically everything's the same but just a shorter base. And if you've seen my previous video building these, you'd have seen the Shunters wagon as well. So I won't go into too much detail about doing the buffer work and wheels and stuff, but I'll give you a quick overview of how you get from this to the final product here before painting. So with the wheels, it's actually really simple. All you've got to do is hammer this bar through this hole here. Normally it fits fairly snug. So let's get a hammer. So you can see it's just about to come out the side there, and then these come with it as well, and this is the exact width you need for 5-inch gauge. So once you put that on, you then have to make sure that the side here, once this wheel was on here, is equal to this, the metal coming out this side here. So if I just show you, if I put this on here, so basically what you want to try and do, now I've hammered them in a little bit, is get the width of this the same as the width of this. So you just got them, it means when they're sitting between the two axle boxes, they'll be sitting nice and evenly in the middle. So it does take a little bit of work, but as you can see, they're now even on both sides, and that's really important for making sure this sits exactly in the middle, otherwise you'll get it slightly off. The wheels will be slightly not centered. So that one's done. The same would then need to be done on this. So you'd have them nice and equal on both sides. As you see, without any filing, you can actually just push these on and twist them into position. So there, it's almost come through already. I've not done any hammering to that at all. So that's that. So if I flip over the 5 plank, all the parts, it's really quite obvious, especially once you've done this a couple of times, where all the parts go. All that'd be left to do on this would be to make up the axle boxes and the axle hangers. And this is again just a matter of filing down the inside here. So this runs smoothly in between here, like so. Well, once that's filed down, and then they will then sit here with the wheels. But to make the wheels roll, you need to get your wheel bearings. A lot of hammering involved with this. You get the ball bearing here, push it in as much as you can into the axle box, and then you need that flush with the axle box. That is now flush. And when you put that in there, it runs nice and smoothly. So you do that for all 4 of them. So once you've done them and fitted them on and the axles on, it's simply a matter of joining the buffers up, and again, a very simple process. All you've got to do is make sure this slides smoothly through the sort of base of the buffer, and then that goes onto the plastic here, like so. Inside that goes a spring, and then from the other side of the plastic, the bolt sits through, and in the buffer head, there's actually a thread. So inside, it'll actually sit like that. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. As always, please do leave the feedback in the comment section below. We've just hit 4,000 subscribers as well, which is amazing. And I'll show you a sneak peek of something to come up in the future as well. As I just mentioned, here's a sneak peek of something I've been doing with the 00. It's a small layout that I've been building with the original back scene from the depot. And I've just started work on redoing a scrapyard similar to one of the first videos I had on the channel. So if you are looking forward to that, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and as always, subscribe if you are new. As I said, we just hit the 4,000 mark, and we've got some really big projects on the way, and a couple of really big interviews as well. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.